Hello again, everybody. It's Takedown Scott Casper, joined by a very talented young man. Scott Schiller is 23-0 on the year right now, and he's wrestling for the University of Minnesota. He joins us now. How are you, Scotty?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
You know, it's not too often I get to talk to a guy with the same name as I have, and that makes it a little refreshing. You and I have shared dinner before and gotten to know each other a little bit, but it's kind of a year for me to sit back and just watch you. This has been an amazing season, 23-0. No one's working any harder for the wins than you are. They're not coming any easier either. You've got a target on your back. People want to upset you, but you've got Penn State this Sunday and a guy you've got a little bit of experience with. Are you excited about it? Sold out crowd.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to get out there this Sunday and compete against Penn State. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Penn State will bring Morgan McIntosh to call. I think. Let's see. You have one match by my records that I think you own the win there. 11-5. Does that help propel you into perhaps a different place mentally as you prepare for this?
Preparing for each match, I don't prepare differently from any match or from one match to the next. I have the same routine preparing. And just because I've wrestled somebody before or I've never wrestled them, that doesn't really change anything. It's one opponent, one match. So in preparation for that, I'm going to do what I always do and be ready to roll come Sunday.
Scott Schiller joins us. It was let's go back to the University of Iowa. That was one of those give and takes. It was 5-5 at the end of the day, but you guys ended up going into Carver Hawkeye and coming out with the win. Being on unfriendly mats, as it were, and Carver Hawkeye, I suppose, is one of the most unfriendly for anybody to go into. Are you able to shut out a crowd like that, or do you feed off of it? Talk to us about that experience.
I don't let the crowd affect me negatively. If the crowd is a loud roar and they're for me, I'll let that help me to become a better wrestler and motivate me and give me that extra push. But if there's 14,000 people cheering against me, I don't let that affect me. That's just the fans are going to do what they do. They're there to cheer on their team, and that's what they're going to do. So I'll let it help me as a wrestler when they're cheering for me, and if not, that's just rolls right off my back. Doesn't really bother me.
And it wasn't even just a win. It was a major decision over a very talented young man, Nathan Brack, for Iowa. I think the final score was, what, 16-5? Does that sound right?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah, so, I mean, going in, facing guys in the black and gold, that's pretty special. But, man, the Gophers come in with their own colors, their own pride. And you're wrestling for Jay Robinson. That in and of itself has got to be awful special.
Oh yeah, Jay has helped me out immensely when it comes to wrestling, becoming the best wrestler I can be, but off the mat as well. Just why I'm here, attending the University of Minnesota, and helping me stay in the right state of mind and on the right track to advance myself as a professional life and just as a man.
And let's talk a bit about why you're there at the University of Minnesota. Why are you there? What is that educational pursuit that you hope to achieve?
Right now, I'm in business marketing and management. So I hopefully look to get into the business world once I'm done wrestling here.
What better example than Jay Robinson as a leader in business as well?
Yeah, he's got a lot of knowledge, and spent a couple summers working the Jay Robinson camps, learning from him not only, again, like I said, as a wrestler, but paying attention to how he goes about his business as well. It's a great person to learn from.
I had an opportunity to meet your folks and see how you conduct yourselves, both personally and professionally. And it seems like you do pretty well in the learning category. It seems like you've soaked up quite a bit there. Good job out of you. Graduation can mean one of a couple things. Either you graduate, go into business, or you graduate and say, "Hey, you know what? Business is going to take care of itself." But perhaps I want to try out and wrestle for the USA. Is there any hopes of that?
Yeah, right now I'm looking, I can start business once I'm done wrestling. So my focus right now is winning two NCAA titles. And then after that, I really want to try out the freestyle world and see what I can do as being a a world team member, an Olympic team member, and represent our country.
I'm going to ask you about Brandon. Is is he a great workout partner in that regard? Does he encourage you? Does he egg you on? I mean, Brandon Eggum is a very tough cat, big shoulders on that guy. But I got to believe he's helping you at least adjust in your mind as to what your goals are for right now, and then even looking ahead. Is he that guy?
Yeah, both Coach Eggum and Jay keep me on the right track of where I want to be wrestling, and they kind of help me set some goals for what I want to do each year. And they've both been talking to me about hopefully sticking around here and training, being part of the Storm once I'm done, and continue my pursuit of wrestling. I can only do it for so long with the body that I have, so I might as well give it my all for a few years, even after college. If I'm still loving wrestling, I love every moment of it, and I'm excited for every practice. So I'm gonna keep wrestling as long as I'm excited about it.
Is it ever a grind for you? I mean, you just said it. You're loving every practice. 23-0. Is that a grind? Do you ever take pause and just say, this is a lot of work?
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's work that I love to do. Like I just said earlier, I really am excited every opportunity I get to, go downstairs into our wrestling room, or if I'm in the weight room, or we're running for the day. I'm just excited for the next thing that I have in front of me. One thing at a time, one practice at a time, and one match at a time. I don't look any farther past, what I have in front of me.
And what you have in front of you. By the way, it's not easy to eat between you and Tony Nelson. I've never seen two guys inhale a hamburger any quicker than you two guys do. That's an amazing thing to watch you guys eat and then go out and wrestle like you do. It's Sunday. Penn State comes a calling, and they're bringing in extra seating for the sold-out venue, and then it's going to be on the Big Ten Network. Are your folks going to be there?
Yeah, my folks will be there. I got a couple of my siblings coming and grandparents as well. So the whole family will be there. It'll be a lot of fun.
When you think about the potential of going beyond college wrestling, and I don't want to harp on this too much, but it gets a little more difficult for parents, families, siblings, etc., to be able to follow, be able to travel and watch you compete around the world. You recognize that?
Yeah, the life after college, especially for wrestling, is a lot different. There's guys that are still around here training. Dustin Slater, Kevin LaValle, Zach Sanders, and they tell us it's a little bit different. You don't have as big of a fan base following you. You go to a duel like this weekend, there'll be 6,000-7,000 people there, and when you're on the road traveling by yourself for freestyle, you don't have that following. But it's the love of the sport for us that keeps going. It's not the money of it. It's not the fans once you get done with college. It's just about us loving wrestling is what it comes down to.
On the other hand, if you win a gold medal, there's still $250,000 there, right? Tell me you guys don't talk about that. I mean, that's big money.
To win the Olympics, you saying?
Yeah, you get a gold medal in Olympic Games, you're going to get $250,000. That's not a bad paycheck.
Yeah, that's not too bad. That would add a little bit of motivation, I imagine, to when you're wrestling.
I would think so. It would motivate the heck out of me. I wouldn't want to face you. I mean, I'm not saying that, but that Morgan McIntosh gets that pleasure this Sunday, again at 97 pounds. Our guest, Scott Schiller. Scott, you brought it up moments ago. You said you wrestle. You're still loving every moment, practice and competition. How's the body holding up? 23-0 does not come easy for anybody physically. How are you holding up physically?
Physically, I feel great. Our coaches do a good job of making sure that we're getting the rest that we need to be, and also getting the workouts that we need to feel great. So, come competition every week, that's when I'm hitting my best wrestling each week. And, I'm going to keep getting better here until nationals. Physically, I've been pretty blessed of not having too many injuries and what seems like to have a pretty durable body. So I'm grateful for that. And I think part of it has to do with my style, very basic. and it doesn't really get me in a lot of positions where I have to scramble and get out of position, which I think helps prevent injuries also.
Dude, you can sprawl like crazy. I gotta tell you, anybody that's thinks they can take a shot on you, I think you got an answer.
Yeah, I've had good defense, since I came here to college, and my hips have gotten a lot better when it comes to if a guy shoots on me, being able to defend him, and not only defend him, but turn that into a score. So that's one of my strengths, and I'll use that strength to my advantage when given the opportunity.
Amen. And again, you're going to do that this Sunday against a very talented California boy, Morgan McIntosh, who's got that experience, that international experience and goal as well. It'll be fun to watch this match. You can do so on the Big Ten Network. Our guest, Scotty Schiller, he just won by major decision over a very talented Nathan Burek of Iowa. Final score in that battle was 16-5, helping to propel Minnesota into a big win over the Hawkeyes. Now next up, the Penn State Nittany Lions. All right, dude, your chance to say hey to family and fans. They've been behind you, not just this season, but in your career and over your career. What would you like to tell
them? Just thank you for coming to all my matches and for following wrestling. It's not always the easiest thing to do. I got a lot of family throughout the country and back in North Dakota, so I'd just like to say thank you, and all those prayers that you're sending me, and good job text messages and voicemails I'm getting are making a difference, and they keep me excited and ready to wrestle. So thanks.
Scott, I appreciate you taking the time. My best to your coaches, your family, Shirley, and we'll look forward to seeing the results on Sunday. They are the ones that speak. The loudest, I think, are the results, yeah?
Yeah, I would agree. Let your actions speak for themselves.
Amen, brother. God bless. We appreciate you taking the time. Scott Schiller has been our very special guest here on Takedown.